NR G Cladding is a specialty contractor specializing in exterior cladding, basically everything in the entire spectrum of exterior cladding that is currently offered by the industry. Today we are scanning what's called the teardrop canopy for the current project we have in Gainesville. It is, as you can see, it is a very sort of fluid shape that requires the scanner to do the work for us, because manual measurements of a project this size, especially with objects that we're measuring currently, is very, very difficult to do, especially precisely. In our field of work, we're working with a 1/16th to an 1/8 of an inch tolerance.
The availability of scanning equipment has changed our business substantially, because originally we would have measured on the job and typically would have measured the corner panels last, after the entire field was installed. And that led to fairly long delays. The more difficult thing for us was establishing the in and the out on elevations. So if you do cladding, it's important to know which is the furthest point out on an elevation, which is the furthest point in.
You can see the clips are staggered and offset in a pattern which is not random. This pattern has been prescribed by our engineers and is located in a precise pattern that allows us to then frame and put our panels in the exact location to make it work per the wind load conditions for this project. This technology allows us to capture all angles of this structure in order to then take the information back to the office, dissect it, take out the field dimensions, as-built conditions, and then apply them to our CAD model, from which we then derive the information to fabricate the panels that go onto the structure. We use the scene software to tie together the data. We use the Point Sense building plugin for AutoCAD to sort through the data to derive the information that we actually need. We strive to achieve a 2mm alignment between the various scans.
If we relied on the structural model or the as-planned model, we probably would have rebuilt the facade at least twice. The fact that it could be scanned, we knew where it was, we could have all the discussions about the out-of-tolerance issues up front. The competitive advantage that the scanning brought to us was that we could guarantee our own dimensions ahead of time, and we could guarantee that our delivery of the final skin will be shorter than not using scanning technology. The scanning technology made it possible for us to eliminate the amount of rework that we do, and therefore increased our bottom line.
Quite honestly, this machine paid for itself within a year for us, because when you consider, we do a lot of high-profile, iconic architectural work. So looking at this canopy, this is kind of our bread and butter. So we don't do a lot of cookie-cutter square boxes, which any company can do. We pride ourselves in taking on the more challenging work.
We prefer to own our equipment for a number of reasons. First of all, the fact that we own it means that it's available as and when required.
Because the rental for the entire job is roughly $60,000. So you can imagine getting the information beforehand and not actually having to place the equipment. It saves the company a lot of money. This 3D scanner has helped us to scale our business threefold within 2 years. And the human error factor is basically totally eliminated.
There is no doubt that if you use Kenpat and NR G Cladding combined to build your exterior skin, that we are going to put your building in a better position than not using us, simply because we'll get your building closed in quicker, more accurately, and at higher quality. The reason for that is that we use scanning technology that brings everything together under one roof.